Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about tokenized real estate. So there's tokenized in real world assets. I've done videos before where I've talked about tokenized assets in the form of stocks, but today I really want to zone in on the real estate use case. So there are several ways that you can actually invest in real estate online. Okay, so we're first going to touch on some ways that you can do that, and then of course whether it's actually safe to do so online, since this is a real estate hard type of assets that can carry a degree or various degrees of risks if you don't do the proper assessments to them. So we're going to talk about that, and we're also going to talk about whether you should actually consider investing in real estate online, and also just looking at some of the risks that are associated with this. And like I said, we are going to then get into that deep dive on tokenized real estate and actually how that all works. So please stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give us a like, and also make sure to share the content. Make sure you also leave a comment if there's any type of content that you'd like to see on this channel. And don't forget to check out all the links in the description. So without wasting time, let's get into how we can tokenize real estate, and also just how we can get involved in real estate ventures by doing this in a more remote fashion. So there are several ways, like I said, that you can actually get involved in investing in real estate. One of those ways is through crowdfunding. So they are many sort of crowdfunding platforms that allow investors to pool money with one another and invest through these different online platforms. So the platform will typically identify properties that meet certain criteria, which allows you as investors to contribute money and to purchase and manage those properties. Another way of real estate investing and doing so online is through what we call REITs. Okay, so REITs are essentially a real estate investment trust, which is almost sort of like a company that owns and manages a portfolio of real estate properties. And REITs can be traded on a stock exchange, which allows you as a retail investor to also invest in them through a brokerage account. Some places that you can just find online real estate really are just different types of online marketplaces where you can buy and sell real estate investment properties. And some of these in the US, for example, are Roofstock and Fundrise. And these platforms allow you to browse listings and research properties and also make purchases online. So you can also do real estate investing online through real estate brokers. Some online real estate brokers such as Redfin and Zillow will actually allow you to browse filings, schedule viewings, and also make offers on properties through different platforms or through their own platform. So what are the risks? So is it actually safe for you to invest in real estate? Okay, this is a question that a lot of people want an answer to. There are risks involved, as with any investment. Real estate is no exception. When you are actually investing in real estate online, there's, I think, obviously a high degree of risk there, because you have to carefully just actually make sure you're considering the risks, potential returns of that investment, and of course how your due diligence processes will actually meet the right type of due diligence that you would need in order for you to part with your income. So there are a few things to consider when you're evaluating the safety of online real estate investments. First of all, you have to actually look at the reputation of that platform. It's important to research the actual platform and the reputation of that by looking at other reviews online from other people that have used these online platforms. Make sure you check that track record and make sure their reviews are positive. And also you have to check for the security of the platform. Make sure that the platform you use has robust security measures in place to protect your financial and your personal information as well. Transparency of that investment is something that's very crucial when you're looking on online platforms that provide information about properties being offered, including the details about the location, the condition of the property, or the actual potential returns that you can have on that investment. So diversification is quite important. You need to consider investing in a diverse portfolio of properties to spread risk and potentially improve your chances of success as well. So maybe you're asking yourself, should you be investing in online real estate, especially in 2023? Like I said, is with any investment, you need to seek proper advice from either your financial advisor, professionals in the real estate profession before you make such a decision. Whether or not you're investing on real estate online, there are obviously things you need to consider that are personal to you, such as your goals, your degree of risk tolerance, and of course, just your investment experience as well. And there are also a few things you can consider when you're actually trying to invest in real estate online, such as how you want this investment to go. Is it going to be something to generate passive income with? Do you trying to build up your net worth with it? Are you potentially looking for long-term financial goals or something to flip in the near term? It's important to consider all these considerations before you actually go ahead, so you just make sure that they do fit with your financial plan. And of course, their risk tolerance. Real estate, like any other market, does pose significant risks, especially when you are in a volatile environment like we've seen in the macro markets as of the last year or so, where real estate was one of those markets that really got hit hard. So this is something you need to obviously make sure you are investigating and making sure you are on top of all of these risks before you get into. But whether or not is ultimately your individual decision, and it's a good idea, like I said, to sort of speak to people that are more experienced within that industry before you make that decision. But what is tokenized real estate? Of course, this is what we're right here to do in this video. More specifically, tokenized real estate is a form of real estate investment that involves the creation of some form of a digital token or cryptocurrency that actually represents the ownership or a stake in a specific real estate property. The token can be bought and sold on the blockchain, allowing you as an investor to easily buy and sell the shares in the property without actually needing for somebody to be involved, such as a trusted third party, such as a broker or bank, who we pay a whole lot of fees to when we're trying to get deals go through. So tokenized real estate investments can actually offer several benefits, of course, to you as an investor, such as just having that greater liquidity in terms of being able to sell off your tokenized share through the cryptocurrency or the token, including also the transparency in terms of who owns it. And so there are these several benefits that you can actually make sure you leverage when it comes to tokenized real estate, such as liquidity as well. Like I said, depending on the platform itself, especially at the moment, things are still nascent, they're still in the early stages, so the liquidity might not be something that's very wide out there for tokenized real estate, but allowing you to easily buy and sell shares, sell your shares in a real estate portfolio is a good way to do it. I think this is where things are naturally going to go. If you want to know a lot more about this, of course, you can go to Tokenized Trillions, my book. I'm going to speak to you about that in just a second. But of course, transparency is something that's also enhanced when you're dealing with tokenized real estate, because everything is recorded on this public ledger on a blockchain. That is why this is going to be something that will eventually be ushered into the real estate industry, which is a multi-trillion dollar industry, and I think it will be one of the main use cases. We will see distributed ledgers being put to use, and of course, accessibility. Tokenized real estate makes it accessible for you to get ownership in real estate that's probably not in your direct jurisdiction, or maybe somewhere close to you where you would be able to just go make viewings, etc. But of course, there are very good tools today where you can actually walk in through and do walk-ins into the house and the properties to actually view them through 3D technology and a whole lot of these things. So what are some of the best platforms you can use for tokenized real estate? Well, there are relatively, like I said, a few, because this is still an evolving area. Best platforms at the moment, a bit hard to say, but there are a few out there. Meridio is a platform that allows investors to buy and sell tokenized assets including commercial and residential properties on the Ethereum blockchain. So that's quite an interesting one. Maybe you should check that out. Proppy is also another platform that allows investors to buy and sell tokenized real estate assets, including residential properties and commercial real estate. Also on Ethereum, the Real Token is also a platform allowing you to buy and sell tokenized real estate investments or assets, including properties and commercial real estate itself. Also on Ethereum, it's important to note that, of course, real estate, tokenized real estate in particular, relatively new, very fast-paced area at this moment, high risks, potential for returns still very vague. It's also good to just make sure you don't rush into doing any of these things, but just to understand where the future of the real estate market is going. And maybe if you're somebody who is well capitalized, these are things that you might be looking to just find out how you can easily get involved in real estate investments, but without having to physically managing or being in areas where you feel you have to keep an eye on the state of your portfolio in the physical sense. So let me know what you guys think about tokenized real estate. And also don't forget to check out the book in the description, Tokenized Trillions. It deals with real world asset tokenization on the blockchain. In there, I give you a real deep dive, hundreds of pages of real information, everything and anything you need to know about how to tokenize real estate and also other real world assets, including equities. So please do check out Tokenized Trillions. Other than that, don't forget to check out the links to our Telegram and our Discord server. Go to our main site, Decentralised News, and don't forget to suggest any other content you'd like to see on this channel. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notifications. I'll see you guys again in the next video. Peace and love, y'all.